This movie serves as a darkly comedic commentary on society's inability to deal with real crises, prioritizing short-term gains and distractions over the survival of the planet as a massive comet hurtles towards Earth. And no one seems to take the warning seriously. The story begins with Dr. Randall Mindy, an astronomer at Michigan State University, and his PhD student Kate Dibiaski. Kate discovers the comet through their telescope. After doing calculations, they soon realize that it's no ordinary comet. It's on a collision course with Earth and only 6 months away from impact. It's an extinction-level event, bigger than the dinosaurs. They call the planetary defense officer Dr. Teddy, and immediately are told to get to DC. Shocked and eager to alert the world, they rush to the White House to speak with President Janie Orlean. As they're on the plane, they try to come to terms with what's going to become of the world. At the White House, the president is busy with her re-election campaign and brushes Dr. Randall and Kate off. They wait for hours, which eventually turn into days. They end up being forced to hole up in a hotel, knowing they're all going to die soon. The next day, the president gives them 20 minutes to tell them what's going on. She and her assistant, who happens to be her son, dismiss them and even joke about it, saying it'll ruin the midterms. The president decides to sit tight and assess even when it's an extremely dangerous decision. Realizing they got nowhere in their conversation, Dr. Teddy suggests they leak it to the press. Dr. Randall starts to freak out, and the tensions rise as they talk to the media. They appear on a morning talk show hosted by the bubbly yet shallow Brie Evante and her co-host, Jack Bremer. The hosts dismiss their warnings, laughing it off as a joke. It's clear that the public and even the media aren't taking the comet seriously. Kate, frustrated, lashes out during the interview, and the hosts belittle her. In a twist of fate, the media picks up on the comet's existence, but not because of the impending disaster. It's because of Kate's emotional outbursts and the social media buzz that follows. The media team discusses their failure, and now even NASA is backing up the president and calls their claims false. A few celebrities and influencers start using the comet as a source of entertainment, making memes and trivializing the threat. The hashtag #lookup has become a viral sensation, with everyone on social media more focused on the memes than the real-life danger. No one believes them. Instead of mobilizing global efforts to stop the comet, the government is distracted by political scandals and viral social media posts. All of life as they know it will be gone. All the vastness of the world around them, and no one seems to care. As time goes on, Dr. Teddy, Dr. Randall, and Kate are all arrested by the FBI for breach of national security secrets. They meet with the president, who finally admits that they should do something about the comet to get rid of it, which is found out later to be an attempt to save her public image during the midterms after being caught in a scandal of sending nudes to her opponent. The president makes an announcement, although it becomes a misguided attempt to calm the public. She announces that the government will send a spaceship to destroy the comet with a pilot in the shuttle. After getting a lot of traction, Dr. Randall, Kate, and Dr. Teddy begin to appear on many different shows. As the time for the rockets to be launched into the comet comes, it's revealed that the mission is a scam, with the government planning to mine the comet for its valuable minerals instead of destroying it. This plan is backed by billionaire tech mogul Peter Isherwell, whose company has ties to the government. They offer a solution that could profit them, but it does nothing to address the imminent disaster. They want to use giant drones to break the comet apart into tiny pieces and collect them when they hit the ocean. Their main concern is money rather than public safety. When Randall, Teddy, and Kate discuss this, Kate reveals the real reason the mission was turned around to a public bar, which results in a riot taking place. They continue to fight for attention, but their message is drowned out by corporate interests and the media frenzy. People continue to ignore the warnings, caught up in their own distractions. Even with the comet only months away, the focus shifts to trivial issues and fake optimism. Inside the government, they work on their drones to destroy the meteor. Randall argues that the percent error is way too high to follow through with it, but Peter dismisses him. Randall goes on a talk show, and after being ignored for so long, he lashes out. He calls out the government for firing scientists who speak up against them and those who oppose them. No one seems to get that there is a giant meteor the size of Mount Everest hurtling towards them. Randall goes on to curse out the president, and accuses her of lying to the American people and the world. Katie, on the other hand, has given up at this point and has decided to live out her last days, not giving a care in the world. The comet starts to become visible and the world becomes divided. In the US, movements of Don't Look Up propaganda are fueled by President Orlean, while the other half of the nation start to believe the scientists when they look up to see the actual comet heading towards Earth. The president constantly keeps lying to not only the American people, but to the world, steering them to their ultimate doom. Katie and Randall try to fight her propaganda, ultimately becoming a political debate. Eventually, people start to realize the government's lies. However, by the time they do, it's too late. In the final moments, the world begins to panic. People rush to escape the planet, but it's too late. The government's efforts to try and split the meteor up in smaller pieces fails, and the comet begins to hurtle closer to Earth, while chaos ensues. Randall, Kate, and Teddy spend their last moments together with all their families. Cities are destroyed, and the planet is plunged into fiery darkness. Randall, Kate, and the rest of humanity are left to face the catastrophic consequences of their inaction. In the end, the movie serves as a darkly comedic commentary on society's inability to deal with real crises, prioritizing short-term gains and distractions over the survival of the planet.